How many people actually read the story? Very good. So it won't be that hard to teach because I don't have any questions or anything unless you just want to ask. Nevertheless, this story was written back in the 1800s by. It was written by somebody. It was rewritten by Gabriel Marquez, but Vladimir G. discovered it on a papyrus scroll written in hieroglyphics. And I was going to show you, this is hieroglyphics. And it's all written, this is how it's without the words apparently under. So everybody know what hieroglyphics is really.
Wait, slow down. Wow.
That takes so long.
Right? Yeah. Because I looked at it and I tried to relate to it. I tried to relate it to what's going on now, but I couldn't unless if the words weren't under here, then I would never know what was going on. I just see a few birds, ties like ribbons here and stuff. No water, no flood, waves or anything.
Well, how did we figure out what was written?
Well,
you didn't say it out loud.
you can. If the words weren't under it, for me, I wouldn't know what was going on. But back in ancient, I would have known.
I was just going to say that we understand it because we were able to decipher some from the Rosetta Stone. And one of the big things about hieroglyphics is that the type of bird conveyed and the way the symbol was, where it was located, all really works a lot to convey the meaning behind each symbol. Because they are very spiritual people.
Now we would, but then too, they understood because that's all they had to go on. Because this story was written before the alphabets. So they pretty much knew what was going on, I guess. And then too, what I'm thinking, the whole time I've been trying to do this is, I think they just came up with some stuff. and put it together and just kept putting the same thing. But anyway, it was written pretty much, thank you. It was written, it was rewritten by Gabriel for elementary children and bedtime stories and stuff like that. The story is about a voyage being, they tried to go to a gold mine and see Pharaoh and da-da-da-da-da. But they were shipwrecked. So can you relate to what just happened a couple of weeks ago? And what happened a few years ago?
With the cruise?
Yeah, with the cruise. I think they were shipwrecked. They didn't have the same storm because they actually predicted this storm. This thing that happened over there was not a storm, but it was just something that went on. But the Titanic, that I think it kind of relates. Was it a storm?
No, it was an iceberg.
It was an iceberg. Okay, it was still a storm to me. Because it was a tragedy. It was something tragic that happened. And nobody really, this one person came back from the people that were on here, on this ship, and then the guy came, and it's kind of spiritual, and a little bit the way it was written, it was written for people that it was kind of trying to inspire people and assure people, but it was also written like for a boastful type situation because this guy, Marquez. No, yeah. No, not Marquez. This other person. Oh, I'm missing the card. Well, he was into sharing and, okay, it was said that the story was written for people with a sort of boastfulness about themselves because apparently the author had something to do with buying and selling trade of perfume and spices because, at one point, like at the end, of the void. At the end, before the God sent him back, or the serpent sent him back, he gave him a lot of incense and perfumes and stuff like that. And pretty much told him he was going to be wealthy when he get back with his family. And don't worry about anything else, because this is what's going to happen when you get back, if you take this stuff back with you. And then notice that he tried to give him something, but he was like, don't worry about me. I'm going to be okay. You'll be fine if you just go on and take this, what I have, and you'll be fine. So he was just pretty much saying that he was going to be rich when he take the incense and perfumes and stuff back. So, at the end, I'm all the way to the end already. At the end, can somebody say that word, those 3 words?
Son of Aminia.
I can't hear you.
Son of Aminia.
What's the first word?
A mini.
Amini, son of,
Aminia.
yeah, anybody.
That was a scribe.
Amenia.
What would you get out of that? Those 3 words, those 4 words. Well, the first word and the last word.
Like son of a priest.
Don't say what was in it. Don't say what was in life, prosperity, and health.
No. Son of a priest, like the name of a son of a priest. Maybe.
And isn't that the name of the scribe who wrote this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That what? The what?
The name of the scribe who wrote this?
Yeah, but it was really unknown who wrote it, because it was found in a in a museum by Vladimir, but it kept saying it was unknown who really wrote it, where it came from. It came from the Middle Kingdom, but they really didn't just come out and say that this person wrote it, which he was known to probably write it. But, you know, and this is the guy that was described, that was the guy that was rich. So that's why I was kind of known that he wrote it, but I mean, not known, but said that he wrote it, but is it really known that he wrote it?
Did it say it was unknown? Because I know at the end of the Stela, they said that, you know, know the author's name or something like that.
Well,
Okay, so
it
it's
said
like a
different
wish,
people.
like a prayer.
It said unknown for a long time, researching it. Then it came up with this,
The son of Amenia.
wrote it. But then,
So he was the scribe. That doesn't mean he came up with the story. He just
wrote it, right.
I-
Wrote it in hieroglyphics.
It looks like someone's actually wishing someone like good luck and prosperity
Yeah.
and help.
That's the main thing I was thinking, just
Yeah.
wishing them love, health, but you'll have, you know, when you prophesy something, you'll prophesy something positive, which would be health,
Yeah.
prosperity. Any questions?
Mm-hmm.
No hard questions, please.
No, I got you. You know, what do you think about the serpent who presented himself as the Lord of the Hunt? Did you find any connection between the actual land of Punt being, they were trading with Egypt back then, and you know, did you think it was interesting that they were portrayed as like a land of riches in the story?
Well, honestly, I think that, okay, for him to be out there, and notice how he got there. He got there by a storm, which was the girl came to him, but he wasn't really born there. So why would the land disappear and turn into water afterwards? I think it may have been a land of rich, you know, where a lot people just wouldn't be, because if you come there, you might get rich. I don't know. I'm not, the serpent maybe.
It sounds like a story of either like Atlantis or like the Garden of Eden.
Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
First thing I thought about when they talked about the serpent.
Saltwater is originated.
Or that.
Well, my favorite thing about the story was the how there was just such a disparity of understanding between him and the God, because he's talking about all that he's gonna give to God, and the God's just not concerned about it,
Right.
because he's like, I am of this, it's, beyond you. And of course, speaking on the land not being there, I believe it was more of a land that was not meant for humankind to be upon, and it was fate that put him on those shores, but he would not be able to ever reach it.